You ever sit at a table and realize halfway through the meal that one person thinks they're better than you? Not the whole group, just one. And somehow their attitude fills the whole place like a cloud. I sat through that once. She carried herself like life had placed her on a higher tier, like the world owed her admiration for reasons only she could see. She asked me where I had traveled like it was a test. And when I said, outside of the United States, only Mexico so far, she shot a look to her friends and smirked. That quiet, condescending look that says, "Oh, you're only that kind of person." Her friends weren't laughing. They knew it was wrong, but they also said nothing. Amazingly, she had no idea who she was talking to. Because while she was measuring worth in vacations, nightlife, and curated social media moments, I had been living a life with real depth. I'm raising two incredible kids. I built a home. I stood through storms that would crush most people. Most importantly, I held my daughter as she took her last breath. I felt her tiny chest rise and fall for the final time. I carried that moment with strength and grace that she doesn't have the emotional range to imagine. I gave my daughter the chance at life. I gave her everything a father could possibly give. She talks about rescuing pets. I raised humans. There is a difference. What amazed me was how small she tried to make me feel. Like their trips, city life, or her little curated image made her more valuable. Meanwhile, the real accomplishment, the real humanity, the real meaning was sitting across from her, and she was too shallow to recognize any of it. I wasn't the small one at that table. I was the only one who had lived something real. And here's a truth she will never understand. Traveling the world does not make you wise. Having money does not make you deep. Living in a big city does not make you important. Character does that. Resilience does that. The way you show up for the people who depend on you does that. She thought she was sitting across from someone ordinary, but she was talking to a man who has carried heartbreaking loss, built love from the ground up, raising children who will make the world better, and he will have done more good quietly than she will ever do loudly. She is chasing validation. I am living purpose. And that's the lesson. People who try the hardest to appear superior rarely are. People who make others feel small almost always are. And the ones with the deepest strength rarely need to say a word about it. So if someone ever acts like their world makes them better, remember this. Some folks travel far, but never rise. And some of us stay grounded and still stand taller than they ever will. Okay, now go out there and make today yours.